Have you ever wondered what it truly means to wear your history, your courage, and your identity on your very skin? Today, we're journeying back in time to the pre-colonial Philippines to meet a group of legendary warriors whose bodies were living canvases of their incredible lives. The Pintados. The term Pintados, meaning the painted ones, was given by Spanish conquistadors who were astonished when they first encountered the heavily tattooed inhabitants of the Visayan Islands. But these weren't just decorative markings. For the Pintados, tattoos were a profound language, a visual autobiography etched onto their skin, telling stories of valor, social status, and spiritual connection. Imagine a young warrior stepping onto the battlefield for the first time. The anticipation, the fear, the adrenaline, surviving that first skirmish, proving his bravery, was a monumental rite of passage. His reward? His first tattoo. This initial mark, often on the chest or legs, was just the beginning of his journey. Each subsequent act of bravery, every enemy vanquished, earned him another layer of ink. The more tattoos a man had, the more respected he was. It was a visual resume of his heroism, a testament to the dangers he had faced and overcome. A warrior covered from head to toe in intricate designs was a walking legend, a figure of immense power and prestige within his community. The process of getting tattooed was as significant as the tattoos themselves. It was an excruciatingly painful ordeal, performed by a skilled artist known as a mambabatok. They used a sharp tool, often made from a pomelo thorn or a sharpened piece of turtle shell, attached to a wooden handle. This tool was dipped in a soot-based ink and then tapped into the skin with a mallet, puncturing the flesh with every strike. Enduring this process without flinching was another test of a warrior's fortitude. The pain was part of the ritual, symbolizing the hardship and sacrifice inherent in the warrior's path. The healing process itself could be fraught with danger, with a high risk of infection. Surviving the tattooing was, in itself, an act of strength. The designs were far from random. Each pattern held deep symbolic meaning. Geometric shapes like lines, circles, and triangles were common, but so were stylized depictions of nature. A crocodile tattoo might signify strength and protection, as this creature was revered and feared. Snakes, with their ability to shed their skin, could represent renewal and transformation. The sun and stars connected the wearer to the celestial and divine, invoking guidance and protection from the gods and ancestral spirits. These patterns weren't just art. They were a form of prayer, a shield of spiritual energy that the warrior carried with him into every battle. The placement of the tattoos was also crucial. Tattoos on the chest and arms were often the first to be earned, proudly displaying a warrior's initial achievements. As a man's renown grew, the tattoos would spread, covering his entire back, legs, and even his face. A fully tattooed face was the ultimate mark of a hari, a king or paramount chief, a man whose bravery was unquestionable. But the story of the Pintados isn't just about men. While warfare tattoos were predominantly a male domain, women also bore these intricate marks, though for different reasons. For women, tattoos, known as patik, were symbols of beauty, social standing, and fertility. Delicate, lace-like patterns often adorned their hands and arms, enhancing their grace and signaling their readiness for marriage and motherhood. These tattoos connected them to the community's spiritual beliefs about life, creation, and the nurturing power of the feminine. The more intricate a woman's tattoos, the more desirable she was considered, reflecting her family's status and wealth. It was a statement of identity and a celebration of her role within the tribe. So, where did these traditions come from? The art of tattooing in the Philippines is part of a much larger Austronesian heritage, with similar practices found across the Pacific, from Taiwan to New Zealand. For the Pintados, their cosmology was deeply animistic. They believed that the natural world was inhabited by spirits, both benevolent and malevolent. Tattoos served as a form of spiritual armor, a way to appease the gods, ward off evil spirits, and draw power from the animal and plant kingdoms. The Mamba Batok wasn't just an artist, but also a spiritual intermediary, chanting prayers during the tattooing process to imbue the ink with protective power. The tattoos were believed to remain with the soul even after death, serving as a guide and a passport into the afterlife. According to some beliefs, the ancestors would recognize their descendants by these sacred markings. Sadly, with the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century, this vibrant tradition began to face suppression. The colonizers, viewing the tattoos as barbaric and pagan, actively discouraged the practice. As Christianity spread, many indigenous beliefs and rituals, including the sacred art of tattooing, were either abandoned or forced underground. The warrior culture of the Pintados was systematically dismantled, and with it, the very reasons for earning these marks of bravery slowly faded away. For centuries, this profound cultural practice lay dormant, preserved only in the dusty pages of historical accounts and the oral traditions of a few remote communities. But the spirit of the Pintados was not lost forever. In recent decades, there has been a powerful resurgence of interest in this ancient art form. A new generation of Filipinos, proud of their heritage, are seeking to revive these traditions. They are studying the old patterns, learning the techniques, and reclaiming the deep symbolism behind them. Contemporary tattoo artists, inspired by the Mamba Batok of old, are helping people reconnect with their ancestral roots, one needle tap at a time. The legendary Apo Wang Od, a Mamba Batok from the Kalinga tribe in the northern Philippines, has become a global icon, a living link to this ancient past. People from all over the world make the pilgrimage to her remote village to be tattooed by her hands, to receive a piece of living history. This revival isn't just about aesthetics, it's about identity. It's a way for modern Filipinos to honor the courage and resilience of their ancestors. It's a declaration that their culture is alive, vibrant, and worthy of celebration. The tattoos of the Pintados remind us that bravery comes in many forms. It's the courage to face an enemy, the strength to endure pain, and the resilience to keep a culture alive against all odds. These markings are more than just ink on skin. They are a testament to the enduring spirit of the Filipino people. They are a story of strength, a map of heritage, and a beautiful, powerful symbol of what it means to be truly brave. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the world of the Pintados. I hope it gave you a new appreciation for the deep history behind tattooing. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more stories from our incredible world history. Drop a comment below and let me know what part of the Pintados' story fascinated you the most. Until next time, stay curious.